On the 14th of September 2012, Walkerville Council held a public forum called Your Town. As part of our Strategic Directions review, we invited the community to share their views on how our development plan could align with selected targets in the state government's 30-year plan for Greater Adelaide. The discussion focused on three themes: town centre renewal, mixed-use development, and the future of our open spaces. It was an opportunity to exchange new ideas, as well as revisit some old ones, in an open, friendly and frank discussion. A voting system gave everyone the chance to nominate the issues that they considered to be the most critical for the future of the town of Walkerville.
I think this evening was fantastic. I think it informed me of what the council's doing, which is excellent. And I think it also got other point of views that I hadn't considered, just from not only from the council but also from other people who lived in the area.
I believe it's important to get an opinion from the ratepayers to see what they think, a general consensus.
The most important issue in Walkerville is just how you move forward in a way that is progressive but still respects the character.
Parking, and I've just heard tonight that the Woolworths Centre are going to be sending the cars out onto Walkerville Terrace and in from Walkerville Terrace, and I think that's absolutely stupid. They should be going into Cluny Avenue.
I think Walkerville Terrace has got a lot of attractions, but a lot more potential. And that's mainly what we've been talking about tonight, about how to increase the facilities without at the same time interfering with people's privacy and, noise, and with the traffic issues.
My husband and I are still working full-time, but we're planning to go part-time in the near future, and I would love to make more use of Walkerville Terrace. There are some good shops there, but I think it needs more restaurants and something to bring people in, and there are models for how this could be done in some of the other old inner suburbs.
I think some of this development is where problems is with multi-level dwellings. One of the important bits here with the mixed use and the 2-3 story things is that we found out that we're already above the population level that we actually need to be, so we've got to be a bit careful we don't bring in too much of this too quick.
The most important thing about Walkerville to me is that we are close to everything. Services, we walk a lot, and we don't have to rely on public transport, because we, as retired people, we can walk, and whether it be doctors, hotels, shopping centres, it's just everything's so convenient.
You can see the future in 30 years, which I think will make a great difference to the residents. They won't have to drive out of the area to get a cup of coffee. You can sit down and enjoy a coffee in an alfresco cafe somewhere.
I think it's helpful in that people have been able to hear other people's issues. It is a little focused on the here and now, and it's always difficult because just thinking forward into the future, it does take a leap from, in your thinking, but just hearing what other people might think is a good opportunity.
Certainly it's raised a number of issues that are not unique to Walkerville. And I think it's a really good opportunity for the community to come together and have their voice heard.
I think it might enable us to preserve the character of the place and other people's access to the river as well, because that should be regarded as a sort of a state heritage treasure, really.
What I utilise a lot of is the linear park, and I believe there's not enough put into it to keep it safe, basically, from the mixed use that it has.
Living a block away from Main North East Road, I'm very concerned if they start putting up 6-storey blocks of apartments.
I'd like a main street, so I'd like somewhere where the locals can come and spend money and encourage employment and encourage local residences to be working, spending money, socialising, and I think in turn that would encourage people from other suburbs and areas to come in and meet and congregate and have fun in my local area.
The most important thing about Walkerville is that we don't get ideas about what the future will be like, because the future of Walkerville won't be much different. I hope.
It's been very good, and the issues have been good to think about and to comment on.
So what's next? A summary of all submissions will be fed into the final strategic report. This report will be first endorsed by Council, then sent to the Minister for Planning for approval. In the meantime, stay in touch with what's happening in your town by going to www.walkerville.sa.gov.au.